Let's start 2020 right. It's the start of a new year and the best time for us to create a new habit and break bad ones. Habits are small actions and decisions that shape who we are in the long run. It can change us for the better and can also pull us back in life. So for today, I've prepared and filtered 10 easy habits that are worth committing, which can change our life and yet at the same time simple enough for everyone to commit right away. And let us start with the first one. Flossing. I hated it when I have to visit the school dentist when I was younger, because another visit means another torturing session. I also realized that my teeth are more prone to cavities as compared to my peers. As I'm growing older, I started to be more aware of how expensive our dental fees can be, from repairing and filling of our teeth. But all of this cost is unnecessary if we take good care of our teeth from the start. And we all know, flossing is one of the most crucial habits for us to have if we want to cut down on all the dental fees. You'll be surprised by the amount of food particles and plaques that are hiding between your teeth and gum line where the toothbrush cannot reach. If we don't floss properly, we are sleeping with all this bacteria that contributes to tooth decay and gum disease. Like many, I hated the process of flossing, but this is how I created this habit. I'll floss my teeth first, then brush my teeth. I always believed the concept of eating the frog first. Flossing can be very uncomfortable and the process is way too boring, going through every single teeth. So for me, I see it as a form of self-love. Try to appreciate how clean and refreshed my teeth are after flossing. Hydrating is one of the easiest habits, but we often neglect the benefits of drinking. Maybe for some reason, you don't know the benefits of hydrating yourself. So let me share with you some of the benefits. And here it goes. It forms saliva and mucus, deliver oxygen through the body, boost skin health and beauty, cushion brain, spinal cord and other sensitive tissue, boost performance during exercise, help with weight loss and reduce the chances of hangover. The main point is, water is extremely important to us and to our daily emotions and performance. I always have a 1 liter bottle with me on my desk, which makes the process of drinking easy, so I don't have to walk to the kitchen to have a glass of water. Usually, I'll drink up to 3 bottles of this per day, and I'm kind of doing this for my skin too, removing all the toxin from my body. Everyone has a different need for their water intake per day, based on our body type and daily activities. You can use a water calculator to track what's best for you individually. Next is exercise. I don't know how many times have I mentioned the word exercise on my channel, but I just can't skip on this point because it's really one of the most crucial habits I have that changed my life. Other than the health benefits, improve my sleep quality and also increase my productivity, exercise also helps me to push myself out of my comfort zone, pushing myself every day a little more than the previous time, building my confidence each time when I know I can achieve something more. You can always start small by doing a 10-minute exercise of your choice in the morning before everything starts. And slowly you can increase the duration of your exercise. Next is learning something every day. We need to know that knowledge helps us a lot with our decision making. Our problem-solving skills are based on what we learn every day through our own experience or from others. So in order for us to make changes or to improve our lives, the best way to do it is through learning. Treat our mind like storage space for knowledge and previous experience. How good of a decision we make today is based on how much knowledge we have in our brain. I find the best way to do it is through reading books. I always find it fascinating that an author spent years to study and research on the subject and come out with the book, and now we can digest it within 1 or 2 months. We can also listen to podcasts that is beneficial to us, which can build up our arsenal of knowledge instead of scrolling through the social media to pass time. Next is having daily goals. Having daily goals for us to work towards and recognize all the small wins is a great way for us to live our life meaningfully. In our day-to-day lives, we probably accomplish some activities which qualify as wins. They could be as small as eating healthily, treat someone with love and care, or even commit to the habits you set yourself up for. Most of the time, we are immune to these small victories. We treat them as if they are supposed to happen. We are entitled to all of this accomplishment. On the other hand, we are harsh on ourselves for the mistakes and failures we made during that day. Even though it's important for us to notice our mistakes so we can improve ourselves, we should acknowledge our small wins because at the end of the day, small wins act as a fuel to our motivation and pushes us to do more. In order for us to do that, we can set daily goals for ourselves to achieve, and that allows us to live our life meaningfully every day. Applying sunscreen. Honestly, I wasn't the kind of guy who cares much about what goes onto my face. But not long ago, I saw a picture of a truck driver who had premature aging on one side of his face, which is nearer to the window pane. That woke me up, and also because of the constant nagging I get from my girlfriend emphasizing on how important the sunscreen is. As I work in my room most of the time, and my working desk is right in front of my window. Even though it is not direct sun, but it can be really bright in the afternoon. And not to mention the invisible UV rays, which are the main cause of photoaging, which led to pigmented spots, veins, freckles, wrinkles, and worst of all, skin cancer. I know some of you might not even have the chance to expose yourself to the sun because you're working in an office. But let me tell you this, even if the windows are tinted, 50% of the UV ray will still seep through. Fluorescent lights are another source of UV ray too. Until today, I still don't know much about sunscreen. I'm totally depending on my girlfriend who bought me a tube of sunscreen. All I told her was I need one that doesn't feel sticky and oily, which I'm currently using them daily. One alarm, no snooze. Snoozing an alarm creates a vicious cycle, an extremely bad habit if we want to start our day right. Once hitting the snooze button has become a habit, it makes our subconscious mind and our brain confused when we hear the alarm. When the alarm rang, it's a signal for our brain to wake up. But if we are too used to snoozing, our brain stops responding to the ring of the alarm, and therefore defeating the purpose of an alarm. Even if we hit the snooze button and get to sleep another 8 minutes, all of these short sleeps are fragmented. It has no benefits to us, neither will it make us more awake. Of course, there's a lot of ways to wake up in the morning without snoozing, but one of the best ways I use personally is to put the alarm at a place where you have to walk across your room in order to shut it off. A lot of us get so used to our bad habit of snoozing to a point where we are afraid that we'll sleep in. So, we set another 10 more alarms just in case the first one doesn't work. But this action allows our brain to know that we can depend on the next alarm to wake up. Setting myself up for more snoozing. Personally, I like to use my alarm clock, which I'll wake up on the first ring instead of using a phone with 10 active alarms. Get moving. Living in this modern world, innovation has made our life so much easier and convenient to a point where we don't even need to move an inch in order to get things done. Most of us, we are working in front of our desks. We spend more than half of our day sitting down, which can be detrimental to our health. And just like how they put it, sitting is the new smoking. So let's move our body and not be controlled by technology. Make small efforts like walking the stairs instead of using the lift, or go to a physical grocery store instead of buying them online. After all, a little accumulated workout is better than none. Next is putting things back. Some of you guys might not have this issue because you naturally put things back to where it came from once you are done using them. But for me, I have a bad habit of putting stuff randomly once I'm done using them. Shaving or watching videos on my laptop, and now the shaver ended up on my table for days. Trying out an outfit and realized it doesn't work. It ended up on my bed instead of hanging back in the wardrobe. Despite decluttered so much stuff out of my life, I still find myself living in a mess. The mess is something that pisses me off most of the time, especially when I can't seem to find what I need from the clutter. So why not put things back right away once we are done using them? We will find ourselves having less stuff to organize at the end of the day. 10-minute nap. Ever feel the fatigue and the burnout during the afternoon? One of my secret hacks to that is a 10-minute nap. A 10-minute nap can be a quick recharge for us during the midday. I discovered this method as I'm trying to keep myself awake while editing my videos during the day. You know, sometimes it gets boring. All I know is I need a quick break, but I don't want to waste too much time. So the best solution is a quick nap. Study shows that 10-minute nap produce immediate improvements like increased alertness, better productivity, improve our cognitive performance. For me, what's important is it rejuvenates me and allows me to be more efficient after the nap. However, these naps are awfully hard to cut down to 10 minutes. Once you get a little taste of closing your eyes, it's tempting to just keep sleeping. So while using this habit, incorporate the no snooze habit previously to ignore the temptation. So these are the 10 habits that are worth creating to make changes in our life. They are really easy and simple for every one of us to commit to it anytime. So which one of these habits is something that you are willing to start today? And do you have any simple, easy habit that you would like to recommend to us? You can share it down in the comment section below. If you enjoyed watching this, you can check out my other videos on my channel. I have a Patreon link at the description below if you love to support this channel monetarily, and your contribution can keep this channel going, and I'll really appreciate that. That's all I have. Appreciate the support from you guys, and I'm really grateful for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.